Hi and welcome back to our mini-series how to maintenance and clean your printer and maybe even fix some printer problems. Today we're going to take a look at Little Ghost. If you want to see the videos of Mini Ghost and Big Ghost, we'll put the links down in the description below so that you can quickly check out if you've got one of these printers. As you know, printers sometimes give you a headache and problems when they make paper jams or the printing quality is not good. Therefore, we recommend that you regularly perform a cleaning cycle on your printer, and today I'm going to show you how to perform a cleaning cycle on this printer and how to clean the printer and maybe remove some paper jams and get the printer into a healthy state. If you like the channel and if you like these kinds of videos, I ask you to leave us a thumbs up and make sure that you hit the subscribe button and activate the bell so you will get notified when we put out new videos. This channel is about transfer printing, white toner printing, and giving you many ideas along the way how to step up your printing game. So today we are going to use this Canon printer. We call it Mini Ghost. As you can see, it is able to use multiple toner cartridges as of the white toner, the sublime toner and the neon toner. And when you swap all these toner cartridges back and forth, it might happen that some toner powder comes out of the cartridge. This is nothing to worry about. You must imagine this like an engine that is running all the time, like a motor, and of course in the motor you've got oil, you've got things like that. Of course, you do not want to have a massive leakage, but if you have spots and speckles of toner powder inside the printer, that is totally normal. If you remove your cartridges from the printer, I strongly recommend that you store them in the way they came, attaching the caps that came with the cartridge to protect it from light and circumstances. If in any case some toner drops, let's say on your workspace or even on your clothing, it's easily removed with a vacuum cleaner. Please do not use water, because water and toner will kind of mix up weirdly. So if you've got some toner on your clothing or on your workspace, just use a standard household vacuum cleaner, clean it off and you'll be fine. We'll surely see that in the video later on. So to perform a cleaning cycle on this printer, I do disconnect it from power. This is super important. Never work on an open printer when it's connected to power. And for handy, I do also disconnect it from the network. Once I've disconnected the printer, I will quickly show you where you can open the printer. Just turn it around. So you can open it on the front. You probably know that. You've opened it multiple times to change your toner cartridges, and you can slide out the toner tray. And you can also open the printer on the back, where you can actually access the fusing, SC and everything. I'm going to take you from front to back on the cleaning cycle. With this printer, it's super easy to clean it because the cartridge basically contains all the items that get in touch with the toner. If you take out the cartridges, you can see that you've got two items which you can see. First, this one, that's the OPC, the green one. This is the optic photoconductor, which is kind of creating your image. And then you've got the white thing that you see here. That's the developer roller. This one actually picks up the toner and transfers it over to the OPC. Every cartridge has this. So this is also the reason when you remove the cartridges from the printer, there's no toner back in the system, so the system is basically clean. It's also the reason why you can swap between all these different toners, sublime, white and neon at the same time. You can now see that this system is actually pretty clean. If you take a look inside here, you will see like a black belt that kind of rolls around that roller here in the front. This is the transfer belt. This unit is fixed into the printer, and this is where the toner and the print is transferred to your paper. This transfer belt cannot be cleaned. We do not recommend to touch it. Don't do that. You have a cleaning cycle which you can run in the software to clean this transfer belt. So if you would see any dirt here, you can just use a cloth and quickly clean these areas. But as you can see, it's pretty clean. So I'm just reinserting my toner cartridges. If at any point some toner leaks on your table, it doesn't happen here right now. Now I've got some toner powder here now. I can maybe even make it worse. No, not really. Don't do that. I've got some toner powder here, as you can see, just a little bit. You could either use a cloth and just wipe it away, or you can vacuum clean it. and now you're good. Just slide it back in. Sometimes it can happen that you have some speckles of toner in this area. If so, you can just use a cloth and just take them away. It's super easy, it's super fine, it's totally okay to do it like that. Now let's take a look into the paper tray. I've got some standard copy paper in here. Just remove that. Also, if you would have some, speckles of toner or any, like dust in here, you should remove that. Now you can see this pad on the back here, and this is actually where it comes to picking up the paper. The paper is kind of lifted up like this, and then it runs into the printer, right? So to get a better paper pickup, if you have frequent paper jams, you can use some pharmaceutic alcohol, just standard pharmaceutic alcohol, dip it onto a little sponge, and just tap it and kind of refurbish that kind of, with the alcohol. You can do that. You will also do that on the pickup roller. The pickup roller of the printer can actually be found on the bottom. You can just turn the printer around like this, and now you can see the pickup roller. It's this gray roller here on the back. To get better access to this, you will also remove the manual paper tray, just slide it out to the top like this. Now you get pretty good access to these pickup rollers. You can turn them also, as you can see. And these are gummy rollers which do pick up the paper when it's transported. And if you use some pharmaceutic, just standard alcohol, and tap it, you can see it gets also a little darker, and that does help tremendously with the paper pickup. This is a good way to refurbish these rollers. This will prevent your printer from having frequent paper jams, especially if you have this problem occurring. I totally recommend doing that. So then you just slide back in the manual paper tray, lock it, turn the printer back over, and put the paper tray back in. On the back side, there's not much that you can actually clean. You can open the back side, it totally opens automatic. This one, if you ever have a paper jam, do you see that black thing here, that black foil? This is the transfer belt, again, the one I showed you earlier in the video on the front. You're not going to clean this. If you have some excess toner in this area here, like let's say on here, you can surely go ahead and just wipe over it a little bit. Or you can, again, if you have a little more toner here, you can use the vacuum cleaner. Do not touch the printer, just vacuum over it like this. When everything is nice and clean, you can close it back up. So this is also the area where you will be able to remove paper jams. You just close it back up like this and like that. And then on the top, you can just quickly wipe over the printer, just make it look nice and clean. And now we're going to perform the ITB and the fuser transfer cycle on the software. For this, you will need to reconnect the printer to your power cable, and I also connect it to the network for some test prints, and I just turn it back on the front. Once I've cleaned my printer inside and I've refurbished my rollers, I go to the printer menu by just tapping the arrow down, and I activate the menu and I select OK, and then I go to Adjustments, Maintenance, select OK. I don't want to adjust the image quality right now, I want to do some maintenance, so I go to Maintenance and I go on Clean Fixing Assembly. So it tells me that I should use an A4 or letter size paper. It should be a plain paper or a recycled paper, and then I can go to the next screen. So I insert some standard copy paper just inside my freshly cleaned paper tray, and I press OK. Now the printer starts cleaning the fixing assembly. It will actually have a sheet of paper move very slowly through the fixing assembly multiple times, and this way it will remove excess toner, it will remove excess paper. Do you know that most of the dust and the dirt which is inside your printer does not come from the toner, but it does actually come from the paper? Papers do contain a lot of dust, and especially if they are uncoated papers, a lot of the dust from the paper does stuck into the printer, and this is one of the problems. The page comes out clean. You might be able to see something here, some stripes or something. That's totally normal. That's from the printing. You will not reuse that page. And then the second cleaning cycle you can do is, so that was the fixing assay in the back of the printer. And the second is cleaning the ITB, the intermediate transfer belt. That's the black thing I showed you earlier in the video. To perform that, you just go again into the menu, select adjustment maintenance, select maintenance, and then select clean ITB, and then you just select start. Now it's doing the same process. It's done a cleaning cycle on the ITB, making sure that any excess toner, any excess print or so is removed from the transfer belt. Once all the cleaning cycles are done, you can just hit the home button and go back to the home menu and do your printing jobs. Before I run a few test pages, I will just show you one more thing. Every cartridge comes with an orange protector like this. It's easily added like this, so you just add it to one side of the cartridge and have it slide in on the other side. Strongly recommend to store your cartridges this way only, maybe even in the black foil that comes with the printing to protect it from any excess light, because the optic photoconductor is a light sensitive piece of equipment, and if it's exposed to light for too long, it will actually lose its photoconductor capability and not be able to produce as great image quality as it's used to be. So then you can store your toner, and I'm quickly running a few test pages. I'm running a white toner test page on the black sheet and a few color toner test pages on regular paper. First, I'm printing a black toner test page, which contains all black. I'm doing this in grayscale mode, of course, and with the white toner installed, of course, it's going to come out white, giving us an impression of the white print. And then I'm doing some test pages for the colors. If you need that testing scheme, you can actually get it from our support team, support@ghost-white-toner.com. You can always shoot us an email if you've got any support inquiries. So I'm printing the other pages as well. Once I've printed the test pages, I can see that all my three colors and my white toner work really well, give really well prints. Of course, these are single color test pages, but when they work in single color, they will surely also work in multicolor when they mix the colors all together. This is how you keep your printer nice and clean and healthy. If you've got any printer problems, you're welcome to ask us any questions. Leave us a thumbs up if you liked the video. Put your questions and comments below, and make sure that you follow this channel. I say thanks for watching and keep your printers clean.